everyone. Well, hi, Herde? Herde? All right, let me make an announcement here. That way. Hello. All right. Hi. All right. Well, we'll hang around and wait for a little bit here. In the meantime, let me make an announcement about what it is that we're doing specifically. I'm great. How are you all? I'm chilling. I am in Sunny City, Florida this weekend. I'm enjoying myself while also just, relaxing, doing work, and chilling with all of you at Local Hack Day Learn. So that's what I've been doing. Oh wow, there's 42 of you. Hello. Drop some emojis. That way I know you're there and present while I'm on here. By the way, this is my first time doing this stream, so I'm super excited. I don't do this often, so hang tight. Let me know if you want me to do it in any other format. Ideally, what I'm going to be doing is I am from India. Do you want to know more about me and who I am as a person? I'm going to pretend like the answer was yes, and I'm going to say, the answer was yes. Yep. I am from India and born and brought up in India. I lived in Hyderabad for most of my life. Wow, it is very late in India right now. Y'all are up. Love to see it. Love the sleep-deprived hacker mentality because that's what we all do, right? Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad. I speak Telugu is my mother tongue. I was born and brought up there. It's only 12:30. Okay, you're fine. Stay up for another 3 hours, then we could call it hacker hours. I don't think hacker hours really hit till 3 a.m. at least. But yeah, so a bit about me. I was born and brought up in India, lived in Hyderabad. I speak Telugu. I went to school there. I moved to the States when I was in 6th grade. I love hacking, coding. In fact, I actually hated it when I first started it because my parents dragged me to these things. And I was not hackathons. They dragged me to these workshops. And I was like, Dad, I don't really want to do this. Like, please stop taking me. He's like, no, you're good at this. I'm like, no, Dad, I'm not good at this. Like, please stop taking me to these things. Anyways, long story short, he dragged me and then he eventually gave up. He's like, you know what? It should come from within you and not me dragging you to these things one day. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll never touch technology again. I wanted to become like a pilot at some point, an air hostess, a fashion designer, all these crazy things. Didn't become any of those. But yeah, where am I currently? I am in the US. I am currently visiting Florida, but I live in DC, Baltimore, DC area. But yeah, so anyways, when did I last visit India? I last visited India. Are you from CSE background? Yes, I am. Now I am. I wasn't originally. I last visited India right before the pandemic hit, in 2020 of December, when I was at Hackoff at Velour Institute of Technology on behalf of MLH. So I was at the hackathon and an awesome time. I met some amazing VITians. Oh, great. I'm getting the Anuhya, your connection is unstable notification. So I hope my connection's not that bad, y'all. Give me a thumbs up if it's not terrible connection. Oh, you study at VIT. Hi, Nish. Yeah, I was at VIT right before the pandemic hit. I was there for Hackoff. Okay, got it. Yeah. No, it's super cool. Oh my God, they're so like talented people there. I love to see that, right? But yeah, so I am from a computer science background and I basically attended a ton of hackathons. And then eventually found out that, there's an organization called Major League Hacking that basically runs all of these hackathons. And so as a result, I ended up organizing my own hackathon, and then eventually I met this really interesting guy named Ryan Swift. Interesting dude named Ryan Swift. I'm sure many of us know who Ryan Swift is. Totally not Ryan. And he was the coach at my hackathon, and then I met him, and Ryan was like, exactly, he's love. Gotta love Ryan, right? But yes, we all love Ryan. But yeah, I met Ryan eventually, started being a coach, and then I've been in the program for almost 3 years now, which is crazy because I feel really old being in the program. Going back to the question of where do I study at the University of Maryland, specifically University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I study computer science and information systems. I took a semester off, so I'm almost done graduating. I'll be graduating this semester, hopefully, fingers crossed. In the meantime, I also work in Fintech, actually. I love financial technology. My background is within the, okay, I just got a notification that I got paid, so that's exciting. Anyways, so I have a background within financial technology, and I work as, yeah, of course I can share my socials. So I work for a startup, or I did, called Anvil initially, and then now I run my own little digital marketing firm, which has been really cool. I have a lot of web dev experience initially, and so I realized that, okay, like I can start my own firm, and I brought on like some clients from various other startups, and now I help startups build their brand and things like that, which I like to call kind of like UI UX. Ideally, I don't do a lot of design work anymore. I hand it off to other people to do design work for me. But I still love the fintech space, so I like to work with fintech startups specifically. Can I share my socials? Absolutely, I can. I'm probably just anuhya.c everywhere. There you go, anuhya.c, pretty much everywhere. Did you do your BTech in VIT? No, I wish I did my BTech in VIT. Low-key, I feel like that's such a cool campus. It was huge. But I did my, I'm still doing my undergraduate in at the University of Maryland. So no, I'm not from VIT. I moved to the States about like, I just got my green card too, which is really cool. So if it was a big moment for me. I'm trying to see. Any other questions, folks, about me before we can get started? I'm just trying to kill time here. Ask me questions. I'm happy to answer. I guess you're a busy person just guessing from the notifications. Let me turn off my notifications here. Yeah, my multiple Slack channels are going off right now. I like to keep busy, don't we all? How did I get started? Oh my God, more notifications. Apologies, folks. Just ignore them. How did I get started as a beginner? I think one of the biggest things, like you all being here this weekend, attending local hack day is definitely a great start, right? That's how I got started. I started attending workshops initially, seeing what people out there were doing, and then eventually piqued an interest in specifically understanding what it is that I enjoy doing. And the only way that I learned about what I enjoy doing was just by doing it, right? Like being like, all right, someone told me like, oh, Anuhya, you want to learn React? I was like, dude, like, nah. But that wasn't my reaction, right? It was more of like oh, sure, like I'll give it a shot. I don't know React, but let me try. And then I realized that when I realized that it was something I enjoyed doing. I like React, and I like development. I like front end development specifically, is what I realized. So a lot of how did I get started as a beginner? Just try. Like, don't say no. Take every opportunity you have, as you are doing here. Vivid, if I said that right. But yeah. Can I tell you briefly about what fintech is? Absolutely. Financial technology is this new and upcoming industry, right? Ideally, it's a combination that okay, hold on, let me start here. I specifically work in a neobank space. A neobank is basically, oh my God, I need to stop these notifications, y'all. I'm sorry, you are correct. These do keep coming right when I start answering questions. I should probably just put on do not disturb. It's fine. Anyways, so yeah, what is fintech? Fintech is basically this new emerging field specifically that is trying to throw out the old traditional banking mentality of using ledgers and whatnot, right? It's like, yes, they all still exist, but now let's make it technologically advanced, right? And using apps like Revolut, Monzo, Chime, Cash App, Venmo, like all of these are fintech apps, right? These all came about within the past maybe 5 years, right? And they're doing so seemingly well, these companies, because it gives banking, right? It gives a whole new meaning for banking. For example, take Chime or Cash App or even Paytm, right? Or Venmo, for example. Venmo allowed us to be able to like send money easily, right, across people. Paytm, now you go to any store and you see a Paytm QR code, correct? Back then you would have had to have cash or things like that. So now it's understanding that in finance, we can make our lives so much easier. And within the neobanking space specifically, what is happening there is you don't have to go to a physical bank. Bank of America, you don't have to go there to do your check transfers anymore, right? They have like a in-app check deposit, right? Things like that. It's really understanding how can we make finance easy for your day-to-day user, right? And now you see all these neobanks coming about. And in fact, I used to work for a company called Anvil, a super cool startup. It's an AI-based neobank. Essentially, what it does is it says, okay, so we have Herde, who just signed on, and he says he wants to save for his Tesla, right? And what Anvil does is that they take your Tesla, like say that, okay, Herde wants like a Tesla S model, solid 60K right there, right? And it would start automatically saving for that, right? And things like that. So it's understanding that there are better ways for us to save now automatically, making everything in our day-to-day financial life easier using technology. There you go. That's my long-winded response for what exactly is fintech. Hope that answered your question. If at all, if you have more questions around that, happy to answer. This is my first Hacktoberfest. Any tips for the future? Um, I guess really keep trying. Just keep going at it, say no to nothing. And opportunities that come about for working with new teams and things like that. I actually personally have never really participated in Hacktoberfest. Fun fact about me. I have only attended like hackathons in person as a hacker. And then nowadays everything's like a digital hackathon, which is really interesting. But yeah, so there's that. Am I still an undergrad? Technically, yes, I am still an undergrad because I have just put off graduation unnecessarily. So there's that. What is my favorite hackathon project? Ooh, okay. My favorite hackathon project to date that I've probably worked on was Dorm Dash, which was basically this particular application. Think of DoorDash, but for a dorms situation. So imagine that you had to run to an exam and you forgot your calculator for your math exam. You could go on Dorm Dash and be like, all right, I'll pay someone like $1 if they can just run me a calculator right now. Please, I just need this calculator. Well, guess what? You could go on Dorm Dash and you can have this like calculator dash to you. It was just like more of a UI project, but it was cool. It won, so that was nice. But that's probably my favorite hackathon project to date that I've built. I don't think it's as cool as some of the projects I've seen out there, but something I've worked on. People outside India use Paytm. No, they do not. I don't think so. I don't use Paytm. I just know I see it all over the place. That's why I use Paytm, because I know we have a lot of APAC audience here today as well. I use Venmo all the way. The newest thing, if y'all travel with a bunch of friends, a new one that I learned about is called Splitwise, which is really cool. You can make a group and then you could just like split bills amongst your friends quite easily. I know Venmo is trying to adapt that, but Splitwise has adapted it better than Venmo has. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's all the questions there. Other questions? How long have I been in the coding world slash industry? Oh, okay. Have I been okay? Yeah. Huh. Let's see. I think probably since I was in pretty young. I started very young. I think early, like high school. Actually, no, junior year of high school when I was around 16 years old. I am currently 21 years old. I just let my age out there. But yeah, I started when I was 16, I think is when I really started being like, okay, this is what I want to learn. I want to get an understanding of this. Um, of coding, like of what can I do with this superpower, right? And so that's kind of what yeah, 16, and now I'm 21. So that's a short answer. I think realistically, I've now shifted into like more of a design industry than coding, but like more of a technical design. I work as more as like a PM project manager roles nowadays than I do in tech, which is really funny because recently I did a coding interview and I totally bombed it because I was like, crap, I haven't done a coding interview in so long. I was like, all right, time to get back on lead code and get going. But I think you use PayPal. Yeah, I definitely use PayPal occasionally. Not my go-to. I think PayPal is a bit outdated. Personal opinion. What are you currently doing in fintech? Yeah, I currently have been actually interviewing for roles within fintech for more full time. I used to really, I was at a fintech startup where I did a lot of different things, anything from like data to like community, which was kind of all over the place for me. So now I'm in the middle of like moving to different roles. I'm currently very interested in like sales engineering roles, things like that. There are a lot of new roles within technology nowadays. It's not just like developer. Developer is no longer just a developer, I feel like, or at least like there's developer advocacy, developer relations, developer sales engineering, right? All these things. What is sales engineering? Great question. Sales engineering is basically you are under, it's more for B2B companies, like business to business companies. And a lot of fintech companies, such as like Zelle, all of them are B2B companies, right? They work with businesses. This particular company that I'm trying to get into, they're fairly new startup. They're working around payment applications and payment security specifically. Really cool company. I met them at a developer conference. And what I would do for them as a sales engineer or just sales engineering roles in general would be I would be the middleman of understanding what the engineering team can build. And when sales is like, hey, like we need to sell this product as soon as possible, I'm like, hold on, that's not going to happen. I know how the engineering team works, and we're not getting that at XYZ timeline, right? So I would basically be that middleman liaison between the sales and the engineering team, making sure we can get the best product to our clients, but at the same time, making the expectations realistic. So yeah, that's sales engineering. I have started at a very young age. I like to think maybe my brother started younger than me. This kid's coding up like algorithms. I'm just like, okay, he's in ninth grade. I feel really dumb next to him. So we can argue what is a very young age to start in tech these days. Some kids, man, I'm telling you, they're prodigies out there. So Splitwise just got a Wiser one. I know that because I learned how to make an app demo using that. Oh, cool. Just got Wiser one? What is Wiser one? I don't know what that means. What is my tech stack? I like to think Mern mainly, but also right now am more focused in like management roles, so not really technical as much anymore. So there's that. I'm doing like UI UX, a bit of design. I was technical, not anymore. But I still know tech. So how did I get into this community? I think I mentioned that earlier, right? Like it's like I ended up going to a crap ton of hackathons, and then eventually I organized my own first hackathon in high school, and then I ended up organizing my own college hackathon. Was part of the organizing team there. Met this really cool person named Ryan Swift, and then Ryan was like, "Oh, like yeah, come through to like interview. Well, actually, that's not how that went on. In my head, Ryan invited me more like, but in reality, I held Ryan down after like an event at HackCon, and I was like, coach this program, hire me. And I literally just was like, Ryan, hire me. And then eventually I annoyed Ryan enough that he read my application. He's like, sure, and you can get into the program, I guess. That's kind of how that went on. Let's see. Just joined. Did I miss anything? Not really. I'm just talking a lot about myself, so nothing yet. Can you share my GitHub profile as well? My GitHub profile is not A1, folks. Let's not talk about my GitHub profile. Recently, I got asked that in a question in an interview, and I was like, crap, like my profile's not on par. And I need to update that. So we're just going to ignore that my GitHub portfolio exists. Seriously, switching to management too soon? I know. Oh my God. My dad said the same thing. He's a developer still, which is really funny. I'm like, dude, you're so old. Like, switch out of management, go into or switch out of development, go into management. And he's like, why are you leaving like development so soon? Like, how are you going out of here? And I think I really enjoy product more than, I don't like to say management. I like to say product because in a way, product developers and product managers, they're all the same, right? We're all making sure we're meeting client needs and customer needs, right? And making sure that the product is the best it could be. And I really have a knack for design work is what I've noticed. So not too soon, but I know, a little too soon. Not gonna deny that one. Ooh, that's actually the demo video for that. So I used the line there, so I remember this. Oh, got it. Makes sense. Ryan equals smart. See, if only I could bring Ryan on stream, y'all. But yeah. All right, folks. I think that's all the questions. More questions? I like answering questions more than like doing my text stream. Probably better. It's probably more interesting than me designing an application on Figma. Ever thought for a startup? I have, definitely. But I'll be real with y'all. I'm not the greatest with ideas. Like, I'm more of an executor than of like ideation, if that makes sense. I'm good with ideation when it comes to how to execute. So as far as the startup is concerned, I recently started my own consulting company, more of like a staffing company. And it's kind of I guess, a combination of staffing with like development, design work, and whatnot. Have I got a blahage? Okay, y'all, I should be having a blahage, which Ryan Swift has to ship to me at the moment. Well, actually for my little brother, but because Ryan has way too many blahages, right? So if everyone just spams Ryan in the Discord to say Anuhya gets a blahage, maybe I will get my blahage. So if y'all want to do that, feel free to. I would very much appreciate getting my blahage because Ryan owes me one. What's a blahage? Hold on. Wait, is that a real question? Ryan is not sending us one either. Yeah, I know, right? Well, the thing is, Ryan said he would send me one, right? And he hasn't yet. So if everyone just like spams at Ryan Swift and says Anuhya deserves a blahage, maybe I'll get one, y'all. Let's see. What is a blahage? If this is a serious question, okay, that's a real one. Okay. So a blahage is basically this beautiful stuffed animal IKEA shark. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a blahage. Blahage. I'm sure you've seen it in the Discord quite a bit, but this is our dear friend Blahage. Window, Chrome tab, blahage. Here we are. All right, so the anatomy of blahage. All right, this is what we're gonna look at. It's a Reddit. Oh God. All right, my internet's also really bad, by the way. But apparently, it's just the right size to put your arms around. It's soft and warm. It has sharp teeth to protect you from harm. A tall blahage fin, so you never sight of blahage. But yeah, this is blahage. Hope that helps. So it's basically a soft toy, exactly that. But it's just an iconic. It's just an iconic stuffed animal that MLH has somehow adapted to be. Well, actually, it's Jack. Jack from MLH's doing is what this is. But yes, join Blahaj gang. I think I need to plug in Blahaj gang. That's a thing right now. Where else do you go apart? Do you do apart from coding? I mean, like, what are there any other parallel sources of income that you do or you wish to? Yeah, wow, that's a great question. So, I am into real estate. That's my main side source of income. We can talk personal finance all day. Wow, this is turning into a personal finance stream. Not supposed to be the case, y'all. But we could talk personal finance all day. I stand that. So really, I think having a passive stream of income with rental properties and real estate is the end goal for me. And I'm also big in investments and things like that. Not that I know a lot about it, I'm still learning, but I really enjoy the idea of money working for itself. So having my money work for itself is very cool. The power of compounding is amazing, things like that. So yeah, as far as parallel sources of income, I think that's kind of what I have going on. Yeah. So it's basically a soft toy, yes. Got to spam Ryan for Blahaj now. Absolutely. Let's go spam Ryan for Blahaj now, for Anuhya specifically, right? I would rather go for some exotic Octocat. Honestly, that might be perfectly cool with it. Wait, what was it? Why is it called a Blahaj instead of a shark? Come on, it can't be named a shark. Like a shark, it's Blahaj the shark, right? It's just not just a shark. LOL plus plus at Anuhya compounding, money compounding itself. Yeah, gotta love that, right? But ooh, that's a cool emoji right there. But yeah, so no, we could talk. About y'all want to learn about personal finance? I'd love to talk more about it. But speaking of personal finance and everything, I guess we can get on into building a Figma application of our own personal finance. Do you ever mess up with coding languages from different platforms? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's like definitely very, very much have done that. Do I live in the US alone or with parents? I actually live here with my parents. My entire family lives in the States. So yeah, we moved here about 10 years ago, been here ever since. But currently in Florida, and I plan to move around. I travel quite frequently. I am what's considered like a nomad at this point, I feel like. So I tend to, home is my home base and Airbnbs are my stays. So I travel quite a bit. What language do I use the most? Which language? I think it really depends between Python and React for me. Python for backend, front end, React. But yeah, so that's that. Cool. Other questions, folks? Maybe I should get on to the stream right now or get on to sharing my Figma here. In the meantime, here we are. So how many of you have used Figma, by the way? I'm curious. Yeah, perfect. You have. Okay, great. I wanna hear more I have and I have not. And you've tried it. Super cool. Oh, thank you. Never got to the end. What? Why not? Also, if y'all are messaging me on Discord, I'm not seeing anything, by the way. Used it, but didn't understand how it works. Totally get that. I'm still XD. Okay, I think XD and Figma are both pretty. I like to use XD sometimes. I'm just like, man, screw Figma. Figma is great for collaboration though. So you're still in XD. Are you front end at all? Ironclad Egg. That's a very interesting Twitch name. I love that. Oh, XD is an emoji or a tool? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, that's I assumed XD is like a tool. Adobe XD. Is that what you meant? Correct. Okay. Cool. Just double checking. I guess it's a valid question, you know. But yeah. No worries. All right. Sweet. Can you all see my screen? Is my stream quality okay ish? I'm on my laptop, which kind of sucks. What according to you, what according to you, one should focus more on back-end development or front-end development? That's a really good question. So in my opinion, I'm biased, right? Like I enjoy front end, so I like front end. But back end, and I mean, at the end of the day, being a full stack developer, you have more value, right? Um, but at this day and age, what I noticed is that there's a lot of demand for front end development, which is awesome because it's like, oh, like there's nowadays it's like you can like drag and drop like code, right? I recently found this Figma, not Figma application, this tool. Basically, you can build a React site by just drag and dropping everything, not like Webflow or anything. I don't recall the tool off the top of my head, but yeah, I definitely think try both, choose backend. Love that. But try both and I think choose what you prefer. Um, but also it's like I think there's a higher demand for front end these days because people want more of uh the appeal to an application has become widely more important as um, this concept of build and buy applications has occurred. We could talk about building versus buying. It's like nowadays, right? There's a tool for everything out there. And it turns out that how best can you use that tool that's already built and make it look insanely beautiful UI is more important than like, oh, like what does the backend look like, right? Um, like the other day I saw some TikTok where it was like, oh, like, dude, like, who built this app? And then the front end developer comes and goes like, I built it. And they go like, you built the entire thing? Like, and he's like, yeah, I built everything that you see. And then he goes like, damn, like, whoa, you're so cool and talented. And the backend developer goes, yeah, no, I built that too. I was like, what did you build? I was like, I built like the backend API or like all these like various things. And then the guy goes like, oh, like, cool. But like, dude, the front end, like, wow, nice job. So it's like, you know, what is seen by the user, I think is more appreciated. But at the end of the day, if your back end isn't good, like your front end is some ass too, right? So excuse my language there, but yeah. Um, well, that's a damn impressive answer. Instead of front end dev, go for UI UX dev. I think so too. Yeah. So, what is fintech? Fintech is financial technology, and it's a really cool emerging field. And we love fintech. I love fintech. We stand fintech. But yeah. All right, folks. I'm gonna get into designing this application. That way, we only have like another hour. So here's what we're gonna build. So this is something I was working on a bit earlier on, and I was like, you know, why not? I'll just stream this while doing this. Ideally, I was thinking of creating like an application if I had my own personal finance application, kind of like Chime and Mint, what would that look like, right? I considered kind of going through the Mint application and being like, okay, I don't like this about Mint, and then wanting to add my own version to that. And now we'll build it out in Figma. Cool. So I'm trying to see if I can pull up my Mint application. Here we are. I'm curious how many of you are actually going to be following along with me. And like I said, this is my first time running this stream, so I don't know exactly how to run it, as well as like Mara or others. So, okay, y'all are following along. Okay, cool, cool. All right. So I guess the thing that we'll do here is I don't want you all to build the same application I'm building because I want to see something different, right? I want you to think about, oh, wow, okay, that's a lot of you. Oh, yay. Okay, cool. So y'all have Figma, correct? Figma is a free tool, by the way. Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. So just go to figma.com. Okay, so you want to follow along but don't know where to start. Go to figma.com and well, I have the just use the web application. That's fine. It should be around the same. Yeah, sounds good. Just go to figma.com, sign up for an account, and then it should pull you up into figma.com. I'm trying to see. Let me follow along. I just use a Figma like application I have down. Just sign up, and then it should let you start your own. Hope that helps. Kind of. I did a really bad job explaining that. All right, we're solid. Okay, I'm gonna get started. So go ahead and open up here. Go ahead and open up a new draft, and then make it into a design file. We're doing some design work. All right, now we're gonna drop a rectangle in here, the size of ideally a phone screen. Okay, I'm gonna copy the screen right here since it's already there. All right, so the size of a phone screen here. Cool. Once everyone's done that, like give me like a yep, and here we're on the same page as you. We're doing solid. This is like my gamer, like I'm waiting. All right, sweet. Okay, great. Now go ahead and try to recreate these particular inside tools like the rectangle. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure that I group this properly. Rectangles. I just says Sunday on there. Ooh. So these are all the weeks. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday. Okay. So I'm trying to see, how many of you are beginners in Figma? Can we use a frame? Yeah, you can use a frame. Yeah, how to use a frame. I'm trying to see how can I explain how to use a frame the best way. Well, actually, I think it's probably easier. I mean, it's probably easier if you create a frame. That way you're keeping it within your file. So you go down here and then you frame. That's it. And then that's a frame. So it's like your, like, whatever you think would work, right? So that's a frame. Make sense? Absolute beginner, me noob. Okay, sweet. Cool. Well, I just taught you all how to make it into a frame. Perfect. Now we all know how to do a frame. This is what the size is. So when you create a frame, right, y'all? So you do this, all right? Create the frame. Just go ahead and roughly match it up to what you think would be like a solid iPhone frame. And then, actually, no, what's a better way to do that? Why am I being stupid? So you could literally just go down here and just pick a frame. Ta-da, there you go, done. It's not that hard. I totally like was being stupid. There you go. I think I have the iPhone 11 Pro. You can use the Pro Max, 13 Max, either or. It all works. There you go. Cool. Sweet. So now we have our blank space, right? This is what you're looking at on your mobile application, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little icon that looks like this, okay? So this is gonna be our initial bar. We'll figure out what the purposes of these bars are later. Well, actually, I feel like we should find out the purpose of these first. But I like to use a lot of rounded things. I think rounding a lot of things makes for a better design. How can I merge this UI with the code in Android Studio? Yeah, in Android Studio, good lord. Kotlin? Are we talking about Kotlin? Right? Like Android Studio is Kotlin, I believe. I haven't worked in Android in so long. Okay, yeah. To be honest, I haven't done that. So I would YouTube that if I were you. How would I merge this? Well, I could show you how to export or Flutter. Okay, I've done a little bit of Flutter work. So, or Java. Yeah, I mean, we could Java, Kotlin, they all work. Yeah. Honestly, that is a whole nother ballpark that I do not want to go into right now. So we'll wait on that. So how do you draw a rectangle? Yeah, absolutely. Here we are. So you go up here. That's to draw a rectangle, line, ellipse, place an image, right? Just go rectangle and ta-da, draw it out. And then you see these little things, right? This is how you make something really round or really like straight edge. Cool? Make sense? Also, pro tip, you all, I use Canva a lot to design, which is like really dumb. A lot of designers would hate that, but Figma can generate code, right? Yes, it can. Technically, yes. There are plugins to do that. So I use Canva to design sometimes, and like I drop a bunch of like icons and things like that using Canva, because Canva does a really good job of creating like icons. Don't tell any designer that because they will hate me and they will tell me that I'm not a real designer for that. But hey, you know what? It works, okay? It works. Yeah, I know a lot of people prefer Canva, which is really like funny, but I am a real designer, y'all, okay? I can design without Canva. I think you become a real designer as long as it works, right? Secret, exactly. Yamini, we're on the same page here. Perfect. This is great. All right. Rumhai? I think you got the rectangle portion down, correct? Canva is love, yes. I also use Canva. Okay, should we do like a Canva design tutorial today? But yeah, no, when I told Mary, I was like, yeah, Mary was like, hey, like what do you want to run on stream? And I was like, I don't know, like UX, UI app design of nature. Do you want me to do that? And then she goes, no, you can pick something from one of these challenges. It's like, okay, Mary, so like, can I design a fintech app in Figma? And she's like, sure. And then Mary proceeds to tell me that it's a technical stream. And I'm like, well, design isn't really technical. And she goes, no, it's fine. Figma is fine. We can pretend like it's technical. So similarly, we could pretend like Canva is a design tool, okay? Though it's not, but it is. I love how that tutorial I can do. Everyone could do a Canva tutorial, right? What are we designing in Canva, y'all? We'll switch over to Canva very shortly. But yeah, all right, going back to our application here. So our goal is to recreate this particular screen right here, okay? So the way that we do that is by adding color, right? So I'm gonna pick this color because I already have the color. That's the other color. I'm trying to see. Okay. So we're gonna have our rectangle right here, right? Which can be rounded a bit. Let's see. Bruh, why aren't you rounding up? God, I hate using my Jeez, stop it. Why is it in vector mode? You know what? That's fine. How does spacing work? Spacing work as in what are we talking about? Spacing as in drop like a more specified version of spacing. You know what it is? Hold on. What is going on? There you go. All right, we're gonna draw a little rectangle. Cool. Now we're gonna round it of, let's say, solid. Usually I like to do 25 to 30. 30 is good. So we're gonna minimize that a little bit. How does, okay, you mean like padding and things like that? Hold on. Yeah, okay. Between buttons, padding, yeah. Why you can drag from other I'm not like no, I recreated that. Ignore me dragging from the other one. I'm like cheating there. I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, so padding as in like it really depends, right? Ideally you can tell when an icon isn't padded enough. What do you mean by how does padding work specifically? Like, do you want me to show you how to pad something better or like space something or like because there's a lot that goes on with like padding in UI UX, like how you should pad a particular site and a particular button, things like that. So, yeah, there are a lot of like principles, I guess. Like it's ideally padding is an alternative spacing method, which is measured in like increments of 8 dp or 4 dp. And padding can be measured both vertically and horizontally. And it does not need to span like the height of the layout. Like it's basically different, like there's like a lot of like technicality that goes into padding because you want to space things properly. The goal is to always match your spacing like evenly throughout your application. So let's say you have like uh you between okay, for example here, why don't I just use this as an example here? So for example, copy that over. As you can see, like in like Microsoft, how we realize that like right now these two have very even like lines, but in the middle there's a huge shine space, right? So we're gonna try to even that out to the best of our ability here. There you go. That's fairly even, I would say. I mean, we could work on like, there you go. Yeah. Now this is off a bit. Hold on, y'all. Say it's like a solid 158 by 205. All right, let's do that. Okay, there you go. Sweet. So now we have two rectangles. Okay. How do you do that without dragging? Exactly. How do you do that? Okay, select an arrow. Yep. Oh, are you trying to like without like so you could do that? The sizing of it, you want to do it without having to arrow that. Is that what you're saying? Correct? Got it, I think. Okay, so now what we could do here is since we are at local hack day, I'm gonna drop in some MLH colors because I think it's ideal. We'll make an application with MLH colors specifically, though I don't know how pretty that would look, but we'll see. MLH colors. Oh yeah, moving it, you just click it and then you just move with your arrow keys. Fix width, fix height, resizing, fix position when scrolling. And fix position when scrolling. Alrighty. MLH colors, which is just red and yellow and blue. So we're gonna make a card that is red, like MLH red. Ew, that's gonna be so bad. You know what? It's okay. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. All right, and then we'll use I guess we can use the MLH logo as our card because I'm about to design like an MLH credit card if we had one. Let me pull an image from out here. Save image as, and then we're gonna save. I'm gonna go here. Sweet. All right. So technically that's not the MLH color. There we go, that's the MLH color. Wait, those are the old MLH colors. If Ryan sees this, he's gonna be like, Anuhya. All right, I'm gonna make a coach credit card because I think we deserve like MLH. If MLH had like a coach's expenses credit card tracking system of nature, that would be very cool. So I'm gonna add some text here. We're gonna do like a big letter C for coach. We're gonna change the color of that fill. Should be, that's not purple. Maybe purple. Stroke. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Let me move that up. So, oh, by the way, this is how layers work, y'all. I feel like I should probably mention that. I want an MLH app. Wouldn't that be cooler to track? Imagine you could just like track all your like MLH hackathons in an app. I feel like that should be a thing. We should all tell Erin that. Would be easier to keep track. Exactly. So this is how layers work, y'all, by the way. So as you can see, this is like one frame, right? And you notice how when I had this like below this like earlier, like down here, it was hiding it, right? But when I move it up here, it shows it. So that's how that works. Layering works, not that. Sorry, I blanked on what that was. All right. Now we're gonna change up some, let's see, we'll make it a solid 50, a giant letter C. I kind of want a better letter C. Coach. And we'll pick a better font here. Like Rook Script. Script looks cool. Though this, we don't need a stroke on here. Strokes are ugly. I don't like strokes on anything. So if we had a card, so the key here is as long as you outline something, it's always very easy to move that like component around. This is a component, basically. Each individual asset is, or we can make it into an asset. But yeah, how do you make it barred? Vavered? Is that what you meant? Vavered? Varvered? What is that? Wait, Varved? VARVED? Barbed. Like as in like squiggly? Like like the letter C, is that what you're talking about? Oh, carved. The font. How did you get that? Yes. Okay, got it, got it. Cool. Sorry about that, y'all. So for font, what you do is where is my Figma? Okay. Font. So we're here, right? We go and choose that layer, and then we go into here, and under text, I chose Rouge script, Rouge. You can do any particular. Ooh, I like photo. Maybe we could go with this for our credit card. Big C for that. Now I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go over there. I'm going to make it, and then we're going to do coach. O-C-O-A-C-H, coach. Yeah, there we go. But this time I'm going to make the letters smaller, so it's like, we'll do 25. So now we're going to group these two together. Group section. That way, when we're working with them, we can move them around easier. Cool. There we go. Coach. Cool. OMG, MLH has a style guide. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, which is crazy. Because I wonder if the style guide has been updated lately, because last time I checked, it was never updated. But yeah, so we'll have coach. All right. So now I'm gonna move this off here because we're just using that for our colors. So I'd like to make this a little bit more darker. Color. Actually, lighter? No, I like this color. That's a solid color. Cool. Now I'm actually gonna just copy these for the sake of time here. That way I can show you all how to create that initial screen at least. There you go. All right. There's the coach. Reminding myself of what the, okay, so then we'll have a text that says, main card. Okay, for this, it doesn't have to be that big, and we're gonna make it solid 15 font. And we're gonna change this from Rubik to Rubik 1. That way it sets better. Uh-oh, hold on. See, when you run into an issue like that, what you should do is you should just pick that asset specifically from there. That way it's not selecting all of it. Do main card. Bye. It was nice meeting you, Nish. I'm going to choose the main card. And what we're going to do here is I don't like how bright that looks, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, take the fill, make it a little bit more transparent in there. That way you don't see it. All right, you also see how there's like a little bit of a drop shadow. I don't like that drop shadow. Just gonna do no shadow. Inner shadow maybe? Yeah. Layout blur. No, we don't need a blur. Could do that. Yeah. No, I like it like that. Okay. So coach main card. Okay, so this is and then now we'll have to do like a balance number. Do balance. B-A-L balance. I spelled balance right. It's basically Photoshop on steroids. Yes, it is. I resemble Jamie Lever. Who's Jamie Lever? Lever. Never gotten that. Oh, I know this girl. She's in yeah. I've definitely seen this girl before. Yeah. I can kind of see it ish, slightly. Yeah, I can kind of see it. I'll take it as a compliment for the time being, cause she's like like the daughter of an Indian comedian. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, take it as a compliment. I think it's just a no. It's okay. Bye. It's all good. Also, hi. Bye. It was nice meeting you. Oh yeah, of course, always. So it's basically Photoshop on steroids. Yes. I just started learning how to use Figma. What a coincidence. Perfect. Well, tag along. Bye, everyone. Those who are leaving to sleep. All right, back to here. I'm trying to see. So here, I'm just gonna pull from here for this one because it's easier. Oh, by the way, the other thing that I wanted to mention is one of the coolest things about Figma is there's a huge community of Figma folks out there that basically can teach you how to use Figma. And Figma has an amazing community of like already pre-done like screens and things like that. So you're not working even more. That way you can use like previous people's experience and you can add on to it, kind of like open source, which is really cool. Just a final question before getting off. Who do you become a dev advocate? Who do you become a dev advocate? What does that mean? How do you become a dev advocate? Is that the question? Not who? Check-in code. I don't know how to share a check-in code. I don't know there was a check-in code. Give me one moment, folks. Let me troubleshoot here. In the meantime, yeah, how? Any link to learn Figma? Yes, I got plenty. Hold on. Let me find my check-in code here. Is it not just like a link? Yeah, we love resources. Nah, my computer slowed down. StreamYard and my computer is no bueno. Aw, thank you. Oh, there it is. Someone dropped it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Any links to learn Figma? I think for me, I have my favorite like designers in Figma. That use like I like some YouTubers that are great with. Oh, can we create emoji and text? Yeah, you can. You can. I'll show you how in a minute. I have some particular YouTubers that I like to use. One of them is, oh my God, what's her name? It's on TikTok. I actually got more into design because of TikTok. Like I really enjoy making, like watching. watching TikToks about design. Let me see if I can find her. It's oh, also Design Buddies. I love the Discord. It's an awesome community. Hold on, let me share Design Buddies. Design Buddies, where are you? I'm like pretty up there on my list. Bruh. Ah, here it is. Here's the Design Buddies invite. Highly recommend it because it's super, super great. What's written under coach? Can't see. Oh, yeah. Under coach, it says main card. I'm going to change that to balance, actually. I just renamed the component. I'm stupid. Hold on, y'all. Is that balance right? I think I did. Yeah, of course. I'm trying to see if I can find here. Design Nili, that's her name. She's a product engineer and she's literally amazing. She's one of the most hyped designers I know. She really does an awesome job. It's at Design DSIGN Lily? Design Lily. Yeah, there you go. That's her. Highly recommend her. She's literally awesome. She posts some amazing TikToks and it's all about product and how you can make literally UI UX is such a big industry right now that I'm pretty sure starting right at UI UX has been at an average around 90 to 100K easily. And if you're talking Silicon Valley, you're looking at it has really good money in it as well. If anyone's interested in that. What's written under code was balance. I'm gonna increase that. Can we create an emoji in text? Absolutely, you can. So how I like to do that is I actually like to just drop emojis. What do you emoji in text? I like to just copy emojis. I don't know, money bag emoji. Usually I like to copy that particular emoji from a SVG file rather than a text because it's just easier. But there you go. Notice how it's really small. Hold on, y'all. My computer's being super slow. Sorry, everyone. It's because I have too many applications running right now. Okay, we're going to center it. You see how it's got to be centered within this. I'm going to do center. There we go. Centered component there. And then I want to center this component within there. So that's the center of it. There we go. All right, we don't need this balance looking this bright, right? So we're going to go ahead and go to fill, reduce the transparency to be a bit lower. Maybe not that low. I think 75 is a solid. Same with balance. We're going to do the same for that. 75, set it there. I'm going to put them both on the same there. I'm going to increase the font of, actually decrease the font of this. Make it around 25. And then balance around 30. Actually, hold on. 25 is fine too for this. Because it is a heavier font, it's fine if it's 30. if that makes sense. I'm gonna make that there. This component here. Also, I'm like pro at Photoshop lately. The other day, hold on, I feel like I should share my like proudest work of Photoshop. We had this competition at our school recently, which was it's the word balance. Wait, hold on. Was there a question? What's written under code? Yeah. Yeah, no, literally it's solid, like definitely recommend it. Like her resources are awesome, and she's part of like Design Buddies. She makes like an occasional show in Design Buddies and like just like fools around and designs on stream too, but in Discord, so it's really cool. But yeah, all right, going back to this. If only my computer, if I only had my other computer. All right, that's really far up. So we're gonna take this group, group it down a little bit. There you go. Cool beans. All right. So now what we're gonna see is we're gonna make this particular text here. There was a rectangle there. Let me see here. Let me copy this over. Because what we're doing right now is we're creating a screen similar to this, but making it more of an MLH themed, right? Like we want to mimic MLH's like style guide here. So for this portion, we could just copy. This is pretty standard. You can always create this from a community and just copy that over. So we can just change the colors on this. So we're not wasting time on that. Will be our home page. And then we'll choose this to be the MLH red. Where did my MLH logo go? Darn it. Oh, I covered it. Hold on. Did I cover it? I didn't cover it. Hold on. Where did my MLH logo go? Here we are. I want that dark blue. So it matches a bit better. And then these we can also do dark blue, I feel like would be a solid color. But let's just make it a bit more transparent. So it's in, I think 60 is a good number for that. I just don't know if this red is working though. Though I'm trying to make it the most like MLH colors, it's definitely not working. Oh, by the way, folks, if you're just like designing on Figma with me, please feel free to drop like your like version of it. That way I can see as well. I'm curious. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna, what else do we need? We need to see what our spending looks like, right? So for us to create this, I'm also not gonna create this from scratch because that's just a waste of our time. But how you would do that, I will tell you, is you go here, or sorry, not there. Yeah, you would go there. And then you can either, technically, I would, ideally, I would probably just choose a rectangle because it's just easier and do different sets of rectangles, all the same size first, right? We're going to imagine that this graph is all the same size, just a couple inches apart. Just like that. How many weeks of the day are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's not do Friday, Saturday. So technically, since this is an MLH app and coaches only travel usually Monday, so they usually travel Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I think we're fine with just this because that's usually what our coaches travel like for different hackathons. So this is for coaches to track their spending, right? Super basic. I feel like people could design this in like Kotlin too. It's very ugly. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. I'm gonna make it different sizes. Wait, was that 46? Yeah, it was. Make it so that on Thursday they barely spend any money. On Sunday they're spending a decent, or on Friday they're spending a good amount, and then on Sunday they're probably spending a lot of money actually. Or on Saturday, that is. And then on Sunday, we're usually like also very tired and spending a lot of money. And on Monday, we're barely spending any money. I usually just get Starbucks after I get off from the plane. And then now I'm going to take this and I'm going to round them to be a radius of 5. All right, cool. So far, so good. So far, good is, I guess, what I should be saying there. But yeah, so we have a little graph right now, right? Kind of similar to this one, just in a different set. Now we're going to take this Monday, copy, paste it, and then we're going to drag this up to our group here, to this one. Then paste it down here and then match the spacing to be in the center of that. All right, and then drag it down just a little bit. And the color, we're going to change it to be a bit like darker. Do a little bit darker. It's pretty solid because you can barely see it in there. All right, now Monday. Similarly centered on this. Also, the easiest way for you to do this is probably, like, there's an easier way to do this. This is like what I used to do when I was a beginner. But once you get the hang of it, you could also just go here and understand constraints to center. Like, you just select these two, and then you go center, and then you go center at the top. Well, technically, you're scaling. And then you would notice that this is not in center. There, now it is. And there you go. And then what we would do here is, wait, we're wrong with dates. We decided to be Friday. I spelled Friday wrong. Thursday, TURS, Thursday. FRI, Friday. And center this again. And this is Saturday. And Sunday. And then Monday. Cool. So far, so good. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Have I bored people and put them to sleep yet? No, not yet. No one? If you're still hanging around and chilling and watching me, give me a little, yo, Anuhya is still here. Anyone? No? No one? Damn, have I scared everyone off? I'll wait till I get at least one like here in the chat. Oh, yay. Okay. Hi, Ami. Okay, cool. Wait, is that a yeah? You bored me and I've left? Oh no. What if it is? I'm here. Yo, Anuhya, still here. Ah, thank you. All right, bet. Solid. Great. So now we're gonna have this. We're gonna need a profile picture here, ideally. Let's see. We'll use this for now. But when you want to create your own profile picture, what you do is you go under here, there specifically. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. All right, you go here, you place an image, and then you pick a particular profile picture of yours, and then you could just do that. And then what you would do is you'd actually copy a circle similar to this. And what this circle has is actually a stroke, which is why it has that active type look to it. Go there, copy that component for now. There you go. Solid. I'm also going to lighten this just a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Shafali. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I don't want to bore anyone. People just like left all of a sudden. They're like, yep, Anuhya is asking us to respond. We're going to leave. So yeah, there you have it. We're getting there. And then for this particular, you see how this is probably gotten from Canva, like definitely from Canva. Nobody, well, actually, this is designed, huh? Interesting. Okay. We could totally recreate this pig. So the way that they recreated it is they took that little circle there, and they took, so I guess it's fun to break it down, right? Here, let me copy the pig. Savings bro. That's the deer pig right there. All right, so the way that they designed this pig, actually, I just copied this from Figma originally. These are different components that they took and made this using the pen tool. I'm gonna take it apart like a puzzle, which is really cool, I think. Oh, the pig's just coming apart here, but even the hand was, I guess the hand was just an inject? No, the hand was, see all these components that the hand had, which is very cool. Including like, I'm pretty sure this was just exported as an SVG file, which is why there are so many components to it. So this image was created using this image. So all the shadowing and all that. Very cool. I think I took it apart. I still haven't taken the pig apart. Ah, the pig lost its color. Oh. But yeah, y'all get the point. I'm not going to take it apart anymore, but... Wait, is that a comment? Compliment? I don't know. But boring isn't one of them. I appreciate it. But yeah, as you can see how SVG files work here. That's funny. I hope I hope none of the "a lot of things" portion of that isn't anything negative. But yeah, anyways, going back to our little Figma project here. I'm gonna go ahead and create another rectangle that looks something of that nature, because we need something here, right here. All right. Technically, hold on. I want a drop shadow on this one, but a background. No. I want a drop shadow, yeah. But with no stroke. So what I would do here is I would match the stroke. What's the color we're missing? Yellow. Yellow, but then the fill would also be yellow. And then I'm going to make the fill slightly more transparent here. So 25 is a good number. And also make 25. Then what I'm going to do is mess with the drop shadow here. Color of it. Just a very faint yellow there. Okay, cool. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this color scheme here. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to make it as. Is that an ad bar? Yeah, it is actually. Technically, it is, right? I love that. I love the emote there. So it's an ad bar, but it's like, we'll make that the notifications bar for. What should we make it? Not an ad bar. You're right. I don't think we need ads in this, right? I think it should be like a, hey, you haven't submitted XYZ expense reports for your week or something of that nature. I think that is valid. I think so. I'm trying to see. Yeah. I don't like this color. That's so ugly. Not to badmouth any of MLH's colors, but that's an ugly color. You know, I've always wondered, why are MLH, why is it red, yellow, and blue? I'm curious. Anyone else curious, or is it just me that asks like dumb questions like this? It's like, why red, yellow, and blue? Right? Like, they're not the prettiest colors. Why isn't the MLH logo like a cooler like color scheme? I don't know what's like. I like a purple color scheme. I'm always down for like a nice purple, like blue, that's blue pink color scheme. They really did. They just were like, red, yellow, blue sounds legit. Let's do it. I'm about to like ask like Ryan. I feel like would be a good person to ask. Like, hey Ryan, why are the MLH logo colors red, yellow, blue? Should I ask Ryan? Or am I gonna get like called out completely in like the MLH team chat being like, Anuhya, why are you asking us dumb questions at 4:30? But probably they just picked 3 random colors from the Olympic and we're like, hey, let's go with it. Maybe red signifies learning, blue signifies building. Wait, oh no, I was like, oh, blue, building, learn, build, share. I don't know. All right, I'll stop with my weird conspiracy theories here. Am I not like, yo, should I start my own streaming channel? I'm curious. Let me know if anyone thinks that I should start my own streaming channel and just like do Anuhya-ish on there. Would anyone watch me just be Anuhya? The lot of things that I am, but boring, supposedly. All right, I'm gonna make this match the color scheme of blue. Here, why reinvent the wheel when I can just copy? These components are all over the place. Y'all, this is not good Figma design naming conventions. You know how important naming conventions are in development? It's the same in UI UX work. Oh, I love that. I'd like to comment and subscribe, maybe even hit the bell icon. You know what? Next time I'm gonna thank you, Yamini. I appreciate the support. Isn't MLH's logo red, white, yellow, and blue color wheel? Yeah. I mean, technically it is the primary colors, right? I guess they just were like, let's go with the primary colors, because I think that's kind of boring. I'm on the MLH Twitch channel telling us that the MLH logo is boring, while designing an application that has MLH color schemes, but also failing miserably to do so at the moment. I wonder if any of the MLHers are watching this Twitch channel right now. I would be very, very, very embarrassed by that. I really hope no one's watching. Red, green, blue? It's red, yellow, blue. Yeah. It's, the logo would be specifically in, yeah, it's red, yellow, blue. Yep. All right, back to my Figma here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and actually just pull these bars from here. That way I am not reinventing the wheel, because I like to not reinvent the wheel. Delete that. Actually, hold on. That was stupid of me to do. Sorry, y'all. Let me do something else. All right. I'm gonna go here. Change the fill color to that. There you go. Not like saying anything because I'm. Oh, also, I'm curious. What are all your like coding playlists, by the way? Do I celebrate Halloween there? Yeah, I do. I totally celebrate Halloween. Halloween's one of the coolest like American things I think I do. Because when I first moved to the States, I had like a moment where I was like, wait, mom, like they have this thing called Halloween. It's really cool. And 10 years ago, India didn't know what Halloween was, right? And I guess when I came here, it was like super interesting because I just went to random people's homes and like got free chocolates. Like, why would I not want that, right? But I felt really embarrassed for not having a costume. And my family was like, no, we're not going to go like costume shopping for you. We just came to this country. We were still settling in and whatnot. So my mom had this wonderful idea of being like, you know what you should do? Just put on one of your Indian clothes. I was like, great, I'll do that. So I threw on my Indian like Gagra choli or lehenga choli, which is like the Indian attire for those who don't know. And I took like the blinds like pole that you use to twist the blinds to close it and put like a little star on it and called myself Glenda the Good Witch. The Indian version was what I was for Halloween in 6th grade, y'all. So very proud of my design my own costume moment there. Speaking of Halloween, it's a little anecdote, total tangent there, but yeah. Anyway, going back to here. Here we can have a little search bar for search expenses. I think having search here is a very bland term. So what we're going to do is we're going to say search expenses, right? So search expenses, also the color doesn't work. Let's be slightly darker. Actually, I think it needs to be a dark blue. There we go. A bit more of a lighter. There you go. Oh my god! I was just at Garba. Oh my god, Danya goes. Yeah, I love Garba. I recently posted a TikTok, and my TikTok low-key got some traction. Had 30K views, y'all. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my god, a TikTok I made about Garba low-key went that wasn't viral, but it got 30K views. I was very proud of myself. You'll see if you follow me on Instagram or anything, it's like if you go to my Instagram reels, it's the most recent like reel about my Garba. I play Ras a lot, so I was on I'm a dancer, I'm an Indian classical dancer as well. So I used to do like kuchipudi, and then now I just spend time teaching kids occasionally when I feel like it. And yeah. Okay, this color scheme is not it for me. Definitely not it. You know, now the strokes are off. All right, we're gonna go back to red. I'm just gonna copy this text over and then paste it above. Where's that one? Why isn't it showing up? Did I not move? Hold on. Right, padding's 25, 25, but also not centered. No, it's centered. There we go. So we'll do keep track of your company expenses and learn how to use credit cards to your advantage. There we go. And then we're going to say the save now. And go right there instead. So it's not an ad, technically. So I feel like you all can barely see anything there. Oh, I see where that went. No. Just gonna copy this bar over. Also, one of the coolest things about using Figma is you can create social media posts digitally very easily, and you can animate them pretty easily as well using it, because it makes it so much easier to animate posts on here than it does on Canva, especially if you don't have Canva Premium. But I have Canva Premium, so it works out very well. All right, so here we are. Delete that. And then now I want a better email for, here, this is what would this be? This would be total balance as a coach that you have. But then now we need to create a similar group, but now on this. And I would like that to be just total saved, right? That's what we need to know. Total saved. Make that 500. Why do I keep editing this component name? That's really annoying. There you go. Now I'm going to fix this color selection here and just make it white. Actually, gray seems ideal. Stroke color. It's okay. Is everything okay? Is everything good?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh no. All right, so there's that. Ooh, that's really gross looking. Hold on. Let me fix this. All right, the fill is going to be slightly, maybe a gray fill is probably better. The stroke will also be dark gray. There you go. Okay, that is really gross. I hope no one creates an app like this. I'm sorry, y'all. Because this is some ugly color combinations we got going on. Yeah, I'm okay. It wasn't me. But yeah, all right, y'all. So basically, this is ideally how to use Figma, like the basics of Figma, how to draw on Figma, how to get some pen tool usage, things like that. And when you're exporting components to use within your application, what you just do is simply just select, go down here, export, name it whatever you want. I usually like to export as an SVG because it's easier to export as an SVG and use in React applications and things like that as well. But yeah, so play around with Figma, y'all. I hope you all learned something about financial technology overall and enjoyed a portion of it. But I'm going to sign off for this stream. I believe the next stream is, let me see. I believe next up, if anyone has it handy, that would be helpful. If not, I will tell you what is next up. Sorry, give me one moment, folks. I am looking it up right now. Yeah, of course. I hope y'all enjoyed chilling with me and hacking while you're at it. Hope y'all learned something new about financial technology and Figma. Now you feel like you can use Figma, the Photoshop on steroids, as one amazing hacker just put it. I'm trying to see what is next for you all. I am on day 5. Ooh, after this, at 1 o'clock in a couple hours, we have Aditya coming on stream to do GeoGuessr Castle Edition. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.